Thanks for joining the stream, ARMWRESTLING fans. Today's live stream will be a little bit shorter than the other ones. We'll try to keep it under 1 hour. And mostly the main important news subject today is Zaur Paizulaev winning the recent event in Russia. Tall Paul Hutchins Jr. in the house. The Deepster, rest in peace. The Hulkster, yeah, rest in peace. Hulk Hogan just died a few hours ago. Can someone tell where to watch the Zaur versus Grigory Lyashchuk match? I only have one round of it, which I found on Reddit, and some information that he also won right-handed too. So we'll discuss that. Shambo Demambo. I'm good, brother. Would you arm wrestle Henry? He said he beat you easy. Nah, he's not gonna beat me easy. Okay, on the right, maybe. But left, no, he's not beating me. Surely he's not beating me. Don't think he's bigger than me. Don't think he has more muscle than me. Don't think he's stronger than me. Don't think he knows arm wrestling more than me. Don't think he has trained more than me, even though I don't train at all for arm wrestling. But still, combining all of those things, he cannot beat me. Not a chance. Is it on 6th September? What are we exactly talking about here, Rian Betal? Give me the credit. TLAW. Credit for what? Then you said maybe Hermes will beat him, so you didn't. But Levan won. Okay. You said you change your name after Levan won. Okay, I'm not sure who you are discussing this with. Maybe it's someone in the chat. Can someone tell me? Yeah, okay, let's quickly jump into the match footage, which is available on Reddit. These events sometimes, especially the pay-per-views, they are streamed only for the Russian audience, and it's not really possible for us to access it. Maybe with a VPN, but then the payment becomes an issue. So not really easy to watch those events. Not a possible way, which I've been able to figure out so far. StreamYard, then we need to share screen, entire screen, add to stage. Okay, let's discuss all of the posts on Reddit, which have been posted in past 24 hours. Daily reminder, there is no event in Baku. Already an amazing post we got. Yep, today it's okay. August 15, Baku, best of 2. Baku events are just a funny post created using AI. Zaur wins Arctic Championships. Okay, so that's what the name is for the event. Left and right. Easy top roll win over Grigory Lyashchuk. We must see that one more time. Zaur's left is somehow surprisingly good. There was another time when I saw him but practice against Georgy Svetkov. I'm not sure how tired Georgy was, but I think Zaur was handling Georgy as well. Will we ever see this match? So no, we need to discuss this match more. I forgot. And in the comments, it says that he won right-handed too. Of course, in the title also it says. And right arm, he won against... who did he win against? I think it was Bubenko. Somebody mentioned it. I remember it now, but I cannot find the comment somehow. Levan Slayer. Yeah, Zaur is the Levan Slayer. Who needs Devon and East versus West when the Eastern athletes have the prestigious Arctic Championships to compete in? Good question. I'll answer this one. I like it. Come on, man. You know it's going to be good when Zaur's developing the Levant triangle head. Zaur needs to pull anyone in the top 20 prior to... So I think Grigory also used to be in top 20, but I don't think he is in the top 20 right now. He might be out of it. Maybe now lighter guys like even Todd Hutchings may be able to beat him. in a super match. Devon slaughters Zaur. How can it be interesting match when Zaur will get his wrist busted back and instantly then he can't pull without his wrist? Yeah, Zaur is pretty one-dimensional. So he won left-handed and he won right-handed. So the thing is that from a small town near Vladivostok, okay, Levant's lair, yep. Let's stop sharing screen. Pradeep, Auden Larratt said on Henry Naring's channel that he wants to face Abbas. He asked if someone could connect them or mediate. I guess you are the one. Okay, next year. Book it. Next year. Auden versus Abbas. Make it happen. This year Abbas will get a ton of super match experience. He'll compete in like maybe 5-6 super matches this season. Surely. I'll talk with the owner of the league, Parvind Abbas. I might even message him today about that. I'll look at the clip. I'll probably share it. And you have my word, 2026 Abbas versus Auden will happen. Because I already know that they were interested in that match. They just thought that Abbas needs some super match experience. He only had tournament experience until then. Until now. Even now he has competed in maybe a couple of super matches. Or maybe even just one. So now he'll have a ton of super match experience. And the next year, Auden versus Abbas will happen. Pro Punjab League, India. The match, you can consider it booked. Pradeep, Auden Larratt said, okay, that he wants to face Abbas. Ayush Verma, you got the match. Still can't get over the impression Zaur is a one-dimensional arm wrestler. He has to get a signature win first on East versus West. So the top 20 comment, I agree. Gregory used to be top 20, but he's not right now. But I think there is a much better stylistically suitable opponent for Zaur who is in top 10. Can anyone guess the name? There is only that one guy that Zaur has a good style to beat, and I think Zaur can win that match. There's a good possibility, maybe a 50% chance that he can win it. I asked Henry to arm wrestle you, and I told you to arm wrestle Henry. Okay. Yeah, so book it. Somebody book it. We can have a left arm match. Right? I don't think so. I tried single arm deadlift today. And can anyone guess how much I got? I tried PRs and somehow my shoulder is hurting today. Like, not really hurting, but it's like something, I'm hearing a popping sound or stuff like that. It's a weird feeling. Just want to see some good arm wrestling. You passed me, you're one. Thanks for responding. Okay, Ayush Verma. Red number 1, finger red number 1. So my browser had lost connection to the camera. What the hell happened, man? The last time I was not able to connect it back. I hope I can do it this time. Dead. Come on, man. Pradeep is just a ghosty voice now. I hope not many people are going to drop. Did you try wrist curl with dumbbell? If so, how much kg? I did not try it. Surprisingly, I wanted to try it because of one more thing, and maybe I will soon. Not max. I'm not planning on going max anything. So I'll probably try to do 5 wrist curls if I do try any exercise, maybe best of 5 reps, and then I can see how much I get. I'll able to figure out what I can do. I don't really see in this weak physical conditioning, I don't see a point in going all out in any exercise. What's your opinion on Yurshenko? Yurshenko is good. Yurshenko recently defeated, man, I made a video about it. Who did he beat recently? Was it Denis Siplenkov's training partner, Chirvovov? Or was it Grigory? I think he may have beaten both of these recently. He did beat someone. And he used to do good at AMC too. Where did that comment go? Maybe I'll type it again. So I typed like, can I beat a 70 kg champion world female champion arm wrestler? And Chat GPT, I asked Chat GPT, and I was like, I weigh around 80 kilos and I know a little bit technique. Henry Nering called you out for arm wrestling. Okay, let's do something. Maybe I'll figure out. Will they give me visa to go to USA? I do 24 kg arm wrestling range of motion for 15-20 reps. That's cool. That's cool. Engin's been quiet for some time. Your views? Okay. Maybe I can try to invite Engin, or maybe I can try to go on his channel to discuss things. Let's see how it works. How old are you? I'm 30 years old. So recently you may have seen that the strategy has changed a little bit. I'm doing live streams every day, and now I've started posting shorts as well. So from all just videos to now shorts plus live streams. And today I didn't even record a video because there was no big arm wrestling news topic worthy of making a video about, I guess. So I'm just going live. And today there is no interest from the audience in terms of number in the live stream too. Just 64 people watching. Like Hermes, Engin, today's guest will break the internet. And now I'll plan some questions for Engin. I just won't invite Engin randomly like that. Let's try to go back to Reddit once again. To discuss some of the remaining topics. Will we ever see this match? The question is Vitali Lalitin versus Devon Larratt. Of course we are going to see this match, but the question is when? The main question is when. I think this year it's possible, but when I asked Devon about it, he did say that he's planning on taking a break, and it sounded like he's planning on taking a long break. So now I think Devon also believes that the Vitali match isn't going to happen anytime soon. He's not willing to I'm not sure if it is just Baku that Devon doesn't want to travel, although yeah, he did say that there is no event in Baku, which I'm quite sure people are going to write in the comments to remind me. I know that, I remember that. He told that to me on my live stream too. But then he also said, when I asked him later on, if there was an event in Baku, if today you get a call from Robert Baxter that yes, the Baku event is on, it is confirmed, let's go there, what would your response be? Will you go? And then Devon almost flat out said no, he still wouldn't go there. He's going to compete at Shaw Classic. So yes, and then I even asked Devon, if you're saying that the reason for going there for you is that for not going there is no event in Baku, but then you're also saying that you wouldn't go there. So why are you even mentioning that there is no event in Baku if you are not planning to go there anyways? So that situation was a little bit confusing to me. Jody versus Vitali, that's what I was also thinking. Out of nowhere, fuck Engin. Thank God we are in an arm wrestling sub. Yes, if things don't happen soon, surely they will later. The passion for arm wrestling is too strong in both of them. Yeah, I completely agree with this, the way things are going. Everyone seems to forget Devon didn't pull Vitali at King of the Table 14 for several reasons. What are those several reasons? Devon cannot do wrong. Yeah. He was traveling. for sure. Maybe even this year. Yeah, in the September or no November event, whenever it is, the November Switzerland event, which is planned to happen there the event can happen. Engen has been manipulating them for their own gain. Had been. Unfortunately, I think a lot of us don't really care anymore because of the drama. The best thing for the sport was a good showing at the Shaw Classic between these two guys. But game playing hurt the event and the sport. I'll support the Shaw Classic, but will probably check out for a while after that. Sounds like Devon will be doing the same. So India's number 165 kg versus Australia's number 1 Chetna. This is a video on Ryan Bowen's channel. First of all, the first thing that I was also thinking, and somebody has mentioned in the comments too, the weight difference. These two human beings don't look the same weight. Like Chetna is looking 1.25 times this girl's size, and maybe she's like, she just competes in 65. She's maybe a couple of kilos lighter too. And Chetna, I think I know she's around 70 kilos right now because she will be competing. Yeah, she I think she's going to compete in the super heavyweight category, which is 65 plus in India for the women's division. So she may be gaining some weight, or I don't know, maybe she's going to cut to 65 kilos. I am not sure. Chetna, if you are somehow watching this live stream, please mention are you going to compete in 65 kg or 65 plus? Or maybe I can message her. Let's see. 65 kg or 65 plus this season. So she might be like 70 kilos here, but it's not like a 10-15 kilo difference anyways.
Bob, happy to go to the restroom? Yep. Right. I'm gonna square you guys up. Yes, you go. Oh, this is good. Don't move. Don't move. Wrist down. Gotta turn, guys. How's the wrist? Wrist. Wrist. Wait. Rotate. Wrist. Go!
Got the hand.
And yeah, if you pause it, the setup is going to be terrible. But it's always the case. I've noticed that as soon as he removes his hand, I'll show you the setup, which people are complaining about this. But if some guy or girl has a much more dominant hand than you, as soon as the go happens, the setup is always going to be terrible.
Got the hand.
And you can see the look on the girl's face at this moment. Just keep looking at her face. I don't like
Center is a little bit step away.
Snaps are on. This is good.
Go!
Again, this time even before the goal, Chetna looks too high. But maybe that's her grip. Sometimes it happens. People were complaining a lot about the grip that Ryan Bowen got against Mazahir Saidu. It almost looked like a dad move. But that's what Ryan was trying to do. He was trying to just curl him. He was trying to grip him low and curl him in. So he intentionally took that low grip because he was going for the hook. And then I saw people complaining about how terrible of a setup Ryan got in that match. Nobody talked about how Ryan intentionally...
Round two. Chet is up 1-0 against Steph. The snaps are on. The swap sides.
I have to bring you a little bit down because you're not gonna cover them. Capital?
Yeah.
Like this, his wrist. Wrist is alright? Next to the set link is like Go!
It looks even from this angle. And the match lasted a little bit longer.
Good job,
That was the match. And there was one comment which I made under this video. Yeah, we need to go to YouTube obviously to see that comment. And that's an interesting one. Surely, India versus Australia. This needs to happen. Honestly, I think India would sweep Australia in every single category below 100 kg, male or female. Ryan has responded. Pradeep, I thought we were friends. Then my point was 90 kg Siddhant Khaturiya. Ryan can drop down to 90 kilo if he can do that magical weight cut once again. Then he can beat Siddhant for sure. But other than that, I don't think there is anyone. Ryan did say that Taron Broad is a guy. I think, yeah, Taron Broad or Jordan Davis, they can beat Siddhant Khaturiya. I'm not really sure how strong they are. It may be difficult. Siddhant may be the favorite when these matches happen. Then 85 kg, Kyle Cummings, Tauhid Sheikh, Denik. I think they're going to beat everyone in Australia. All three of them can beat everyone, especially Denik in the 85 kg division. 80 kg, Askar. It's going to be difficult. 75 kg, Shivjit Janardhanan and Steve Thomas. Any of these guys can compete anywhere. Shivjit has a hand. Shivjit looks like a caveman and he has the hand of a caveman. So, weakest arm wrestler is saying Sam Burnett, Taron Broad, Danik might win. Okay. No way the females could sweep, but not male. Female, I think any of the top 3 female can beat every single female in India. You can pick Yogesh Chaudhary, you can pick Chetna Sharma, you can pick maybe even Nirmal. These 3 women will beat every single woman in Australia. So, current Dennis losses to school. The one girl looks like a man. Current Dennis versus current Zaur. Zaur smokes him. Not even close. Ayush lifts. What are you talking about? Easy 3 flash pins. In less than 3 seconds combined. That's not a match. Not as of now. If Dennis gets into the Devon Larratt match, Super Shape 2023 match, then yeah, I also got Dennis. But now, no chance. Is this Devon's last match this year? So I was talking about 70 kg Indian arm wrestler Shivjit and Steve Thomas. They're amazing. They're number 1 and 2 at this point. Maybe Steve Thomas is number 1. So Shivjit, his hand does not go back. Like you have to maybe go sideways. You can flop him. Maybe you can hook him. I don't think there are 5 arm wrestlers in the world who can top roll Shivjit under 70 kilos or at 70 kilos. I don't think there are 5 top rollers. Because I've seen Rahul Panikar compete. He can get maybe 7th, 8th position in WAF. He's a top roller. A top roller who can be ranked in top 10 in WAF every single time. He's not even close. When he tries to top roll Shivjit, his hand goes immediately. He never hooks. He has to hook Shivjit. So the hand is nearly untop rollable. So that person is in the future is going to be difficult for everyone to beat. He's 23 years old, 22 maybe, 23. Sam Burnett is really good though. Bro, current Dennis loses to Schoolboy. Maybe not Schoolboy, but Schoolboy can also get a pin over Dennis, maybe 1 pin if the match happens tomorrow. 93 viewers now. Slowly the number is increasing. I hope we can at least once touch 100 on this stream. I'll be happy with that. This grey yoga pants. Exactly, Brad. Nothing is confusing about an event created by someone outside of the league. I'm not sure what Brad was talking about. Brad V. What's confusing about it if Baku event never confirmed with Robert, so he committed to Shaw Classic? Elmar, the Baku guy, he is saying that I talked with him and he was saying that my reputation with these guys are getting damaged. They are telling me every single day to postpone the event. First from 2nd of August to 29th and then 30th of August and then even further 13th of September. And he was like, I cannot keep on doing this. Maybe they should just cancel the event. They should just tell me that the event is cancelled. Don't communicate with the venue guys. That's what he was telling me. And he's saying that he doesn't want to play that game of sharing screenshots, but he does have the screenshots of Robert Baxter saying that. And I immediately said, bro, don't send me any screenshots. I don't like this game either. I don't need to see any screenshots. So of course I didn't get them, but he did say that he has the proof if he needs to prove it. If people keep calling him out like this, calling him a liar, then he might have to go public, showing that Robert in fact did tell him that the Baku event will happen only if Devon decides to go there. Shows how strong Chetna Tatu is. Yes, Chetna is maybe number 2. Ryan Bowen says she's number 1 in India. We'll have to wait and see this year. Will you ever compete in any tournament? But then the gap, like when Chetna was practicing against 55 kg Esra Kiraj, like she couldn't do anything. But Esra flash pins everyone in WAF too. So at 55 kilos, nobody in the world can do anything against her. Like all of us, I don't think even a single, I've not seen even a single round stop when Esra is competing left or right in past like 3 years. Not even for 1 second. I may be wrong though, but 90% matches at least she gets them done under a second and always wins double gold. Vitali, man, again, I didn't get time to see that interview today, unfortunately. But I did train today. I did train. Not the bicep. My best bench press performance ever, by far. You might be thinking that it's something to laugh about. It's funny. It's not even good. But yeah, for me, it was good. I do many reps on the bench press exercise. I never go heavy because I cannot go heavy. So I did 55 kilos for 5 sets of 15 reps. First time I was able. Last time I tried it, it was on... No, the second last time I tried it, July 16th. I couldn't even get 10 reps with the same weight. 55 kilo, 10 reps, 5 sets. I got 4 sets of 10 reps, not a problem. Then in the last set, I got only 7 reps. So I couldn't finish 5 sets of 10 reps with 55 kilos. But today I did 55 kilo, same weight, for 15 reps, 5 sets. So that was my best bench press performance so far. And I'm terrible at any kind of pushing exercise. Really bad. We want an East versus West in Europe. Make it happen, Pradeep. What can I do about that? But I can assure you the Abhas versus Devon Larratt match next year. That can happen. Ayane stopped her multiple times on both arms. What do you mean Ayane? Was that recent? Okay, yeah, Ayane is also the... Yeah, that's why I was not totally sure. That's why from 100% I switched to 90% of our matches ending within a second. Why don't they just forget about the whole Baku thing and just set an event in Istanbul like previously? There might be some secret information coming out. I got a message about something weird that is going on in Turkey. I cannot tell the details, why the events are not happening there. I'm not sure if it is true or not, but if it is true, we'll be hearing something in the next 3 days. Reply, man, this Devon's last match. Is this Devon's last match? No, they are thinking about the Vitali match. Devon didn't say anything clearly. Although he did say that he's going to take a break, and the way he was saying it, it looked like it is going to be a long break. So I'm not sure. While I think the 105 kg class is just going to be a break for him. It's just going to be a break for him. And now we'll see Engin, although Engin should have created this rule a long while ago. I kept suggesting this to Engin. Engin, just to make it look professional, you need to have some kind of rule. Take away the belt. 1 year. If somebody doesn't defend in 1 year, for whatever reason, the fans shouldn't care, the organizers, the rules shouldn't care. The belt should be taken away if it is not defended within a year. Or maybe at least there should be an interim champion. But in that leaked phone call, Engin was saying that Robert just wants to please Devon with everything. He believes that all he needs to do is to please Devon. So if it is really like that, then we'll see if the title gets taken away from Devon or not. If Devon remains the champion, even after not defending the belt for more than a year, then there may be some truth to that. Should I create a poll about this? Do you think... Okay, just mention it in the comments if you think that this StreamYard app, does it give me an option to create a poll? I don't see it here. Not sure how to do that. 98. Finally, we are about to touch 100 live viewers. Pedro, European athletes quit. If there is anyone to blame for the Shaw Classic card, it's them and Engin. And Engin, not end. They should set East versus West in Belgrade. Where is it? It's East and West at the same time. In India, that's where they should set it up. Tell me one problem. Tell me what's the problem if they set up East versus West in India. 108 views. What? It's showing 98 to me. Okay, 102. Okay, it updates a little bit late. In the YouTube app, the update is shown faster. That's what it is. Let's go to screen share once again and check out the remaining posts. Let's see what the comments said under this post. What the fuck is this grip, dude? Webbing and Rise are completely fucked for the Aussie. I'm not sure. Looking at this grip, I think she might be a hook arm wrestler. She might be trying to maybe hook, but her hand is also dropped a little bit. So her hand. So maybe is she trying to top roll? I'm not really sure. Yes, she needs to learn how to set up. That's a good comment. It's the Indian champion grip. Check out Suhail match with Bowen. It's not Suhail, it's Mazahir, bro. Come on. Something ain't adding up with both of them being 75 kg. Yeah. She's 65 just like Ryan is 87. I think it was 86, not 87. Alan Zolo versus David Samusha at 85 kilos. Who wins? David, man. How is that even a question? What are you talking about? What has been the best arm wrestling event in history, old or new? That's a good question. WL 406. If you're just talking about production quality, I'm not saying the quality of the matches, the standard, the level of the matches, not saying that. Nothing can match East versus West in that sense. But if anyone ever asks you, if there is some new fan, if anyone asks you what's the best production quality event that you want to show, the pay-per-view event, either say Pro Punja League or just say WL 406. And if you're, man, the first comment is WL 406. Come on. This guy, Broad Fennel. You, sir, if you're watching this live stream too, somehow magically, you're amazing. You know what's up. Sub is doomed. So is this guy disagreeing with this guy? No, it means he has not seen WL 406. There are many East versus West 16, East versus 12, 14, East versus West 10. If I talk about a YouTuber's financial success, for me, the Evgeny Prudnik versus Devon match, I think it was East versus West 5. That was amazing. On a single day, I think that may have been my highest earning day on YouTube. Till date, even till date. The hype on, especially, I'm just talking about my channel. I don't know about others. But the hype, the views that the channel was generating before that event, when the secret practice pool was getting leaked and stuff, and the hype that it generated after the event, I made a lot of money around that time. Isn't Bowen married? I think he may be divorced. I'm not sure. Chetna Sharma versus Stephanie Vasallo. Who's that? Drew. I cannot, the link is not working here for some reason. I'm not sure why. Is there no dark theme mode for Reddit? I don't have a Reddit account. I don't mess with that slop drama. Maybe there is. On the phone there is. Looks like my mic was unplugged. I hope it was only for a few seconds. Scroll up and you'll see my 2 questions. T1IA, okay. Do you still do one arm pull-up training, and who do you believe, Baku guy or Devon? So one arm pull-up training, I don't think I can say that. Yes, but I have again started training a little bit. Will I be able to do it before the end of this year? I still can, even though more than half of the year is gone and the progress is just not there. I haven't really done anything. But still, I believe there is a possibility. But I'll have to drop. What's going on, man? It keeps telling me mic is unplugged. Why the mic is unplugged? So I'll have to drop maybe like 10 kilos for that. I'm 82, 83 right now. Let's see what I can do. And who do I trust, Baku or Devon guy? I trust both of them a little bit. I know it may sound like a politically correct answer because the Baku guy, he's also saying that whatever Devon is saying, about 50% of it is completely true. He's also not denying that. It's literally in Eastern Europe. So when I said that the event should be in India, did anyone comment about that? Do you do one arm pull-ups training? Would Todd Hutchings beat Levan if he was 150 kg? That's an interesting question. So every strength increases proportionally. That's what you're saying. So if whatever the difference is, if let's say between 95 and 105 kg, the difference is like 52%, 53, whatever it is. So if Todd becomes 52% stronger, that's what you're saying. Man, it still you make Todd 52% stronger. I don't think he still beats Levan, to be honest. I don't think so. I honestly think they are securing another venue outside of Baku that they'll announce during the Shaw Classic event. Pretty sure they've had enough of Elmar. I hope that's the case. We want an East versus West in Europe. Yeah, I want an East versus West in India. India isn't the worst place to do it. Yeah, arm wrestling fan base is there. Yes, they won't be buying expensive tickets, but the cheaper production cost can make up for it. That's what I think. Make short vlog when you'll be there on the Hindi channel, right? Driz T3117, thank you sir for the $5 super chat. Let's meet your daily goal. You should see if you can get Brian on to talk about East versus West at Shaw Classic. Bro, I remember, I think you mentioned it yesterday as well, and just before starting this live stream, I messaged Brian Shaw. The message might be somewhere in his request feed. Let's see if he sees that, or let's see if he responds that. I'm not really hopeful. I don't think now, since Brian is in arm wrestling, he must know who I am. Like, there is no way. Like, earlier I would have said, of course Brian doesn't know me, but now I would say there is less than 1% chance that Brian has never watched my video. Less than 1% chance. Let's meet your daily goal. Thank you sir again for the successful daily goal completion of 1 super chat. See new video of Devon. Has Devon uploaded a video? Is he going to give me a copyright strike if I play it here? Shaw strength, subscriptions, Brazilian arm wrestler Jody Chocolate Thunder Williams, Shaw strength, Shaw classic, Renaissance periodization, Michael Todd. There is no recent Devon Larratt video. Which one are you talking about? So Dexter Tan show with Drew Gallagher, the Emmy award winning Hollywood producer. Surely this guy doesn't act like an Emmy award winning Hollywood producer. I recently saw, I got sent a Facebook post by someone, and he's like out there messing with people, just constantly arguing with people for whatever reason. I don't know why. He's posting weird comments under that Facebook post of East versus West where they are talking about him, and he's like arguing like little children do. And he's 10 years older than me. He's like 40 years old. Him and Devon talked about you. Where? Is that the East versus West video? For me, charismatic. I saw a video on the East versus West channel where Devon was sitting with Levan Saginashvili. Is that what you're talking about? Initially, just like all of you, most of you, I also didn't like his interviews. But then when they told us the vision behind those interviews, that yes, arm wrestling fans do like to see the hardcore arm wrestling specific questions, but it is for the new audience. Levant's general lifestyle, what he likes to eat, what kind of movies he watches, what kind of person he is. And yeah, I agreed with the idea, even though I may not like that interview, but I see the concept now. So, but then I see this from Drew shouldn't be arguing with people like that. That was not cool, man. That was not cool. I started to like that guy a lot after not after his explanation, but after Dexter Tan's explanation about him. Then I was like, okay, we were too fast to judge him. Okay, this guy is doing a different job. A different job will become a good job in the future. But now he's arguing with people in a weird manner. It shouldn't happen. Don't engage Drew. Somebody saying you're in the chat. Where is Drew in the chat? I don't think Brian Shaw is in the chat. Okay, people are just saying weird things now. Everyone is in the chat somehow. Recently in your videos, you say a lot of initially. Okay. Yeah, I used to say definitely a lot too. And apparently, I also started saying some obsession with the words that end with ly. Initially. Do you think Vitali can beat Hermes now with the press? I think it's a close match again. I'm not sure though. Vitali could have won the last match. The thing that I said that made Hermes really mad about me, when he uploaded a video with my face on it, which I liked, by the way, for some weird reason. It got a lot of views. So I said Vitali could have won that match. That's what pissed Hermes Gasparini off. In the first round, he realized that Hermes is a different arm wrestler when he has the buckle and when he doesn't have the buckle. Vitali was flash pinning him when Hermes had the buckle. And once Hermes stopped Vitali, it's not possible to quit in the first round. You're still figuring out the strategy, stuff like that. But then in the second time, if he just laid down and saved some energy, he would have been able to flash pin Hermes at least 3 times instead of 2. So the score would have been at worst 4-3, not 4-2. He could have won that match if he was a little more strategic about it. I use this thumbnail to do sticker in WhatsApp about you. I'm not sure what the chat is talking about. Dexter Tantanatan Engin. No, the hair. Terribly. Yeah, I don't use the word terribly a lot. If Pradeep bulk up, Levan is over. Apparently he used to say initially. I think Kamil is just confused on which side to part with, as his countrymate Alex seems to be okay to arm wrestle at East versus West. Yes, Alex is making a good decision. It's not the concept we don't like, it's just him. Devon and Brian talked about you. Okay, I get it. People were just joking about that. Recently, okay. Pedro. They were not going to do any event in India because they don't like us and consider us as we are lower than them. But PPL is here, Manthan Singh is saying. Engin's logic was weird. He kind of got, from Indians, he got a lot of comments every single time asking when will we invite an Indian. And then he'll name a couple of random countries that half of the audience has not even heard about. And my friend, when do you see in me inviting people from this country or that country? So in a weird way. But then he invites, he says that if any Indian wins WAF championship, not even silver, if any Indian wins WAF gold medal, then he'll consider inviting him. But then he invites Derek Smith. Which medal has Derek Smith won? Which WAF gold medal has Coach Ray won or Ryan Bowen won? There have been many arm wrestlers. Which WAF gold medal did Leonardo Sarcona win? Engin's logic is non-existent. He clearly had a little bit of issue against Indian arm wrestlers. Not saying that Indian arm wrestlers deserve to be on that stage, but his logic was weird because he himself had... John is in the house. The man, which bird were you? I forgot your nickname, brother. You're not Angry Bird, clearly that's Adam Wilmot. But which bird is John Milne? How can I forget? Riveting content. I don't know what riveting means. Can someone translate that into an easier word for me to understand? I say months that all Hermes hype will be gone in first round and all will flash pins. People joke about that. Okay, you were talking about the Levan match. Derek Smith is the weakest pound for pound pro arm wrestler of all time. Yeah, especially not in general, but from the ones that competed at East versus West. I like the lives every day. Thank you, sir. भाई अमेरिका से अब कोई न्यू आर्म रेसलर नहीं है जिसमें पोटेंशियल है और यूरोपियंस काफ़ी पोटेंशियल मेरे को यस कंपेलिंग ओके कंपेलिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट compelling discussion, John was saying. Content. Thank you, sir. Thank you if that was the word that you're trying to say. Great to listen to while we are speaking. You're speaking with who? Matthew. Engaging content. Okay, thank you. I wish J.R. Williams also mentioned, he always mentions a new word in the comment section, but I don't, because I cannot search it while I'm online and I don't get the meaning of it, so I forget those words. But riveting, I'll remember. In this case, basically means he's stuck watching because it's so interesting. Yeah. Thoughts on Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. Yeah, some people used to really dislike that guy. I don't. I didn't. I watched many stuff around him, the Hulkster, but it is what it is. Obviously, I didn't watch too many of his matches because when he was in his prime, I was way too young or wasn't even born, to be honest. And he's not beating you on either arm. I'm not sure about the right arm, but did I hear something that he's also a left-hander? Then there should be no excuse. We can have a left arm match. What's your insight saying? And then the other incident where he was pranking the Undertaker or whatever, when Undertaker was a newcomer and he gave the tombstone pile driver to him and he was like, you got me, brother. And then he acted like he broke his neck or something. They think that he tried to end the Undertaker's career. He's pretty young, right? Who? Top 4 most richest YouTubers. Mr. Beast, Concrete Elbow. I hope my name is there. Arm Wrestling News. Clickbait 99.9%. Mr. Beast. Okay, no. Concrete Elbow, clickbait 99%. Brazilian Arm Wrestler 90% clickbait. Arm Wrestling News 35% clickbait. Yeah. No, from YouTube, I don't know what those guys are doing, but Concrete Elbow, Brazilian Arm Wrestler, I'm making a lot more money than, maybe I'm making as much as both of them combined on YouTube. What would be, but then they are individuals. I just doing stuff themselves. I also share maybe 40% of the entire money that I make with my brother because he edits all of the videos. So in the end, it's kind of evened out. But the channel generates more revenue for sure. What's your insight saying when Devon constantly saying dumb and stupid and some... as I mentioned in some of the comments that I almost wanted to say Devon to... Okay, just let's focus on the argument and not call anyone stupid here or dumb or retard. But then I was thinking that if Kamil doesn't want to speak up for himself, is it really my job? That's why I stayed quiet. When I was young, I remember watching Hulk and Kali in 2007, I think. Yeah. Pushkar would be top 5 on both arms, but 3 to 5. Interesting. I cannot deny that for sure, but he can be, around number 5 he can be. What would be Prime Pushkar's rank? Hypothetical left and right. We got the answer already. What's your insight saying when Devon constantly saying, oh, I've discussed this? Alijan Muratov, yeah. Alijan doesn't get the 50k though. Alijan is selling some equipment. Alijan is selling personal training too. This is one point that Matt Rhodes mentioned, and it was a good one. Although the league may not be paying you a lot of money directly, but you become famous through it, and then you can sell your programs and stuff. Smart people will do that, and the guys who are not smart, they'll keep on complaining that Devon gets a lot of money and they don't. Yeah, the meme was funny. Alijan, the richest, highest paid athlete. Totally agree. Kamil is a grown man. He could stand up for himself, but he's too stupid to form a sentence. Whenever I try to say anything to Kamil, and his immediate answer was, yeah, but it's about Engin. But we need to do this for Engin. Will you say that Zaur is top 5 Russian arm wrestler right now? So we have Vitali Laletin. And then who's the second? Top 5? Bro, Zaur is like top 2. What are you talking about? Who else is going to beat Zaur in Russia? Am I forgetting any name? Dennis isn't. Come on. Speaking of Zaur, we need to watch that match once again since it is mentioned in the thumbnail of this video, this live stream. So of course we need to take a look at it one more time. Have you ever invited to an East versus West event? Yeah, as a for doing videos and stuff, for interviewing arm wrestlers, Engin invited me around East versus West 3 to 7 or 4 to 8. I don't remember correctly. So this is the match that we were talking about. Zaur Paizulaev versus Grigory Lyaschuk left arm match. And that was an easy flash pin. We can call it a flash pin. Like it ended in like a second, maybe a little bit more than that. Easy, good top roll. Zaur's left is surprising sometimes. Sometimes he's doing really good. In the practice pulls, I saw him playing with Georgy Svetkov. That was unbelievable to me. And he won right-handed too at this Arctic Championships. Eldar Bubenko was his opponent in the finals. Eldar used to compete at AMC. We've seen him there. So Zaur Paizulaev is looking good. So he is top 5. Yes. Somebody mentioned who, after Vitali, who is beating Zaur? I don't see anyone as of now. Even if we consider like Dadikian as Russian, which he isn't, but he stays there. So I don't think Dadikian is beating Zaur. Then who we got? This might sound crazy, but in this, as of now, I know Morozov is injured. But I don't see Morozov beating Zaur, if I'm being honest. Zaur is not going to be so easy to flop press like Morozov did against Alex Kurdecha in the final round. Maybe Kamil's English is not good, that's why he can't argue with Devon. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. And that's potentially being mean to the box of rocks. Okay. Kamil. Don't you have Brian Shaw WhatsApp? No, I don't. I don't have it. Zaur will beat Schoolboy. Of course, man. Of course. Morozov beats Zaur. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Morozov's wrist will be... Yeah, but Zaur, we haven't really seen him against good hook arm wrestlers. Can he be hooked? If Morozov can hook him, like trying to out top roll him is not going to be easy. And that was my suggestion too. Whenever I see Zaur in good form, I immediately think put him up against Morozov. And that's a good match. I can tell you that's a good match. Guaranteed. If any matchmaker is watching this video, Zaur Paizulaev versus Artem Morozov, Book it. Don't even think about it. I can guarantee that's a good match. That's a close match. Whoever wins. Sagov is super heavyweight now. Ibrahim Sagov. Sagov is not beating Zaur. Let's be honest. Sagov is not beating. But will he not defend his title? How is he super heavyweight now? Yes, Sagov is from Russia. Can I have a beer? Then maybe I can extend the live stream a little bit further. I forgot I put it in the freezer with power mode on. Maybe it's already close to 0 degrees Celsius, the temperature that I prefer my beer at. Any updates on Vitali? Vitali is cool. I messaged Vitali too. Vitali, he responds to my messages. Let's see if he responds to this one too. If he's going to agree to join or not. And another news, I bought a pulley. Dara Singh Harda, Indian arm wrestler, I interviewed him and he's like, bro, you should get a pulley. You should start arm wrestling. I was like, okay, send me some pulley stuff. Where can I buy? And he was like, these are 3 links. Pick one. I picked one. I liked it. It's 3,500 rupees. So the pulley costs me, how much is that? 20, 40, 43, $44, something like that. And I bought it. Hopefully it will be sent to me in a few days. Oh, I'm going for leave, so I won't be here for some time. But I still bought it. And let's see if I can actually start training this time. I'll get it mounted on the table. And then there we go. Tons and tons of hooking side pressure, supinating side pressure. And your boy Arm Wrestling News is going to turn everyone in the hook. Man, I had some pronation. I don't know what happened to this arm. When I watch my older videos and when I remember when I arm wrestled like 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 years ago, I always used to top roll. The natural move was top roll. And now somehow the natural move is hook. I cannot top roll shit with my left arm. I don't know what happened. The guys that I can easily flash pin, easily, I can dad move them, beat them. I cannot top roll them. Not even the guys that don't even know how to arm wrestle. Not sure where the pronation went. $45 for a pulley is a steal. Yeah, it's a 3 feet long pulley. So the high pulley as well. So I can train down pressure on it too. Poor Kamil keeps winning matches and keeps going down in the rankings. Opposite of Dave Chafee. Opposite of Dave Chafee. Devon can probably set you up with Brian's WhatsApp. That's interesting. If Devon joins my live stream, that's enough for me already. I'm not sure if he... Yeah, let's see how it goes. But for the Shaw Classic event, at this point, yeah, he may agree. Devon knows that they do need promotion. They do need promotion. And if Shaw does an interview with me, that's probably going to get... The interview is going to get... 45-minute interview will get maybe 30,000 views. That's what I'm guessing. And the clips out of it on my channel will get another maybe 2-3 clips combined, 100,000 views. So 130, a short here and there, 150. Then some other channels are also going to talk about it. So that's an easy 300,000, 400,000, maybe even more views deal. So I think that's good promotion. Then can probably, I know it's not all going to be different viewers, but still. Are you special forces like Devon was? Is that why you can't talk about your job because you're some secret super soldier? I wish I was, or I don't. I wish I'm thankful I'm not. No, I'm not in special forces. But I was talking with a special forces guy today. Like today I discussed with him what's his training and stuff. I was just thinking if I can match those standards or not. Of course, that microphone has weakened. It should strengthen it or weaken it. Yeah. So I do. Yeah, that's why I was saying I talk with special forces guys every week of my life for I don't even know how many years. So when I comment about that, I make comments like, soldiers are the most overrated people in the world. Some people get hurt. Some people's feelings get hurt. but I for sure know more about special forces than those people whose feelings get hurt. Give honest answer. Prime Dennis versus the version of Devon. Okay, Zaur has never been the same since his injury. He was top 5. He was easily pinning Dennis now. I couldn't tell you the last super match he has won. Yeah, he looks in again. I think now he's closer to that previous peak shape. He's different now. I can see that. Maybe not as good as he was when he pinned Vitali Laletin, but he's still good. I don't think he was top 5 because he would have trouble against a good flop press. Devon would beat him, Levan would beat him, Hermes Gasparini would beat him, maybe Jerry beats him. Georgi Svetkov will always be a problem for Zaur, but in that form, I think Zaur could have pinned Georgi at least once. So I don't think he was 5 then, but maybe like 7 or 8. But now he can be like top 10 again. So will you say Zaur has leveled up since his loss to Farid Osmanli at AMC? Yes, he has. Give honest answer. Smaller in competitions. No, he's getting bigger. He's like 170 plus kilos now. He's bigger than before. No comment about the beer? Yes or no? Poor Kamil keeps winning matches and keeps going down in rankings. $45 as a steal. Do the special forces guys call the IT helpline? Yeah, sometimes they do. You said you'll get someone on the live today. I didn't. I messaged someone. Yeah, I messaged my friend Hermes Gasparini. He has been postponing or denying the podcast for like 2 weeks now. He keeps on saying next week. Not sure what's the problem. Do you earn from live stream? How much? I can tell you from the super chats I earn a big percentage of it. I think goes to YouTube. I don't mention it. Some people say it openly that YouTube takes 30% of the super chats. But I don't like to mention it because that may discourage the potential super chatters from super chatting, thinking, okay, we wanted to give our money to Pradeep, but YouTube is going to take 30% of it. Fuck it, we're not doing that. I may think like that if I'm going to give somebody a super chat. That's why I don't mention it. So 70% of the super chats, maybe even less, because if the super chat is from US, they are going to take another 10-15% of it. So let's say 60% of the super chats I get, if it is from US, if it is from some other country, then I get like 70% of it. And per 1,000 views, the RPM is around $3. So let's say if on average the live stream gets 3,000 views, so 3 times 3, $9 from that. 4,000 views, almost $11 from that, maybe even 12. RPM is around between $2.5 to $3 for a live stream for me. And then whatever on top of that, the super chats I get. So if there is no super chat, this is a $3 an hour. No, not an hour. In an hour, I can get like 3,000 views and stuff. Of course, if the live is longer, the views will be more, and maybe even the RPM will be a little bit higher than usual. So 1 hour live stream, I can get like 3,000 views, $9. So $9 an hour job this is. But then thumbnail preparation, thinking about topics and stuff, setting up stuff. So a couple of hours work for $10. That's what I'll say if there is no live stream. If you doze, I will tell your mom. Are you thirsty? Then go. I am thirsty, but water can do the job. Drink your beer, man. Keep the beer. Do it. With no clown move, Devon cannot beat anyone in top 5. I think he can. He beat Hermes Gasparini. Gasparini is in top 5. He wasn't even in a full King's move against Georgi Svetkov, but Georgi is out of top 5. Who else is in top 5? Vitali. I don't think he'll be able to beat Vitali without a King's move in the first round. Pradeep, during India-Pakistan war, I remember seeing footage of the border guards. It was like a dancing performance between both sides. Yeah, that's called Wagha border, Vagha or Wagha. I don't know how to pronounce it. The pronunciation of V and W is the same in India. That's why people keep on complaining to me. And I heard the logic behind it. It was like, I didn't believe it at first, but then when I applied it on myself, he was like, your ears can react differently to sounds. If you have never heard different sounds for V and W, that's the exact example that English teacher gave. He was like, I deal with a lot of international students. Then that child that has never heard the difference of it, he said you can tell him the difference and he won't hear shit. He'll still hear the same thing. So most of the times unless they're explaining it in a very obvious manner, very loud manner, when someone explains to me the difference between V and W, the pronunciation, like if there was any word like WISIT, I know there isn't, but if there was WISIT versus VISIT, I'll basically hear same pronunciation. $2 Driz T 3117. Enjoy your beer. Thank you, sir. I'll be back in 10 seconds. So the refrigerator was set at 7 degrees Celsius and then it has been on power freeze at minus 13 or whatever it was for last more than 1 hour. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. Again, for the second one of the night. Message Hermes and tell him postponing is not quality, my friend. Yes. Quick predictions for the Shaw Classic. We did that in yesterday's live stream. We'll do that again when I get some guest on the show. Engin's orders for what? Kamil probably beats him. You said you'll get someone on the show. Good way to market the Shaw Classic, yes. You talk to Kamil too many times, that's why your top roll sucks. Top roll for smart people. Reno Masic is on the table. I'll try to get Reno. He has been quiet for a long time. Maybe we'll get some injury update too. Using clown's move to tire opponent down the table. See the video, buddy. What a shame. If it's within the rule, I don't think it's a shame. But whatever. 8 second. Pradeep W. 8, 10 seconds. Okay. So I turned off the power freezing mode. That takes 3 seconds. It would have been 3 seconds less if I didn't do that. Nice, it was a Kingfisher beer. Some people talk about it's not a good brand, it's whatever. I don't even know I can't even tell you the difference between different brands of beers. To me, they all sound the same. I don't care about the taste of food. Can you imagine when somebody asks me what is your favorite food? I'm blank. I don't have a favorite food. Somebody asks me about the taste. I cannot really tell you if it tastes good or not. I never cared about the taste of the food in my entire life. If I can get a variety of food, if there are like 5 different things on my plate, I consider myself lucky. And if that is the case, I don't care about the taste at all. Just like everyone, I used to watch WWE, but I don't now. You can't advertise alcohol in India. Yeah. But they do in a different way. They say, what's the name of the company? That music CDs. Men will be men. There's no difference in rules at the Shaw Classic versus the regular East versus West. So Devon started talking about having lower pin pads, potentially. He said he's not sure, but maybe they are thinking about making these rule changes. He made a bunch of suggestions, and that was weird. Devon should have never done that. Why are they who are they? Who are they when it comes to thinking about changing the rules? Brian Shaw doesn't even know what the rules of arm wrestling are. So clearly he's not educated enough to make changes to the rules if he doesn't even know what the rules are. Imperial Blue music CDs, yeah. That's what's up. Just give Pradeep masala and he will praise you. I don't like masala. What will be a good match for Zaur now in East versus West? Artyom Morozov. You cannot convince me otherwise. You cannot give me a better match suggestion than this. Just try. Tell me which match for Zaur Paizulaev as of now is a bigger draw. It should sell pay-per-views too, not just a close match. I agree that you may be able to find a closer match than that, but that must have the potential to sell pay-per-views as well. You can say Denis Siplenkov, but in this situation, they're not really planning on having Russian versus Russian matches. So someone outside of Russia, you can consider basically you can consider Morozov as Russian too, but he's from Kazakhstan. So it shouldn't be from Russia. Then give me the name Zaur versus who. I think Morozov is the best option. Your favorite arm wrestler are Zaur, Paizulaev, Hermes Gasparini, Zurab Tavbaridze. Am I right? Your eyes always shine when you speak about them. William Wada. Zurab Tavbaridze, is he even an arm wrestler now? Like, didn't he say that he's going to quit? Don't know. When people announce that they're quitting and then they come back next week, okay, I saw so much support from the fans, I'm coming back. For me, that's the biggest pussy move in the world. I immediately lose respect for that guy. Whenever someone says, this is my last YouTube video, bye guys, and then the next day they're uploading again, I immediately lose respect for that guy. Have you seen Hafthor's 480 kg deadlift? No, I saw him fail the 505 kg deadlift few months ago. You saw the new video from Ryan Bowen? No, I didn't. What did he say there? Come on, man. He hasn't. My thoughts, no. He has not uploaded any video. Or you're talking about the Chetna Sharma match. The reason why they wanted to change the rules was because 4 of the matches had strongmen and they wanted to increase the table size. Highest selling liquor brand in the world or Asia? I think in the world. Kingfisher. Clickbait maximum mode. Be honest. Do you believe Georgy Svetkov that? No, of course not. Hell no. He's not natural. He when he didn't look, he was on steroids. Even then he was on steroids. Didn't he get busted for trenbolone sandwiches or something like that? Him and who was the other guy? Another super heavyweight guy. The from America. The left-hander. Cody Merritt. I think it was him and Cody Merritt. Or maybe that was a different event. He did get busted for something. So at that time, he wasn't as muscular as he's right now. And he was still juiced up. So of course, he's not natural. What happened to Dimitri Trubin, Pradeep? He was in the military when this war started. I'm not sure what is he doing right now. It's surprising that Engin still talks to you after how outspoken you are about him in your videos. Yeah. To me as well. We did have a little, I would say, what kind of chat? I'm not getting the word, but we did have a little chat on WhatsApp today as well. You'll get 30k views on live stream only if you invite Brian, Devon and Dexter Tan or Robert Baxter. I'm not sure if any one of them will be. Dexter Tan is also not interested, it looks like. At that time, but yeah, it was a weird time when the controversy just started. I invited him then and he said, let things settle down, then he'll join the show. Maybe I need to ask him now to join the show and let's see what happens. But he's going to do a live stream with Drew on his own channel now. Maybe 7 hours from now. The reason why they wanted to change the rules was because 4 matches. I've read it already. How the hell can you not care about food taste? I don't know, man. Variety of food makes me happy, not the taste. Or maybe it's just only with the Indian food. I've not eaten food in any other country or food that is from some other country. They're going to change the rules for the Shaw Classic before Yes, before it was a past part of East versus West. That's what I was also about to say. Maybe that's why Devon was. But clearly those rule changes came from Devon. I don't think even he should be able to deny that. Because lower pin pads, bigger pads. I mean, come on, man, it was quite obvious. Then best of 7 instead of best of 5. 100% of those rule changes came from Devon. That's why I said he shouldn't have mentioned that. He was hurting his own image. Yeah, Gia Williams, you're right. Do you plan to try arm wrestling on a professional stage in future or want to completely focus on your channel? Pankaj, I will be willing to take some kind of bottom 8 style matches. I don't want to disrespect the card. I don't think I'll get a match on, let's say, an MAC event, Major Arm Wrestling Championship Super Match event. Pradeep is the opening match. I don't think I'll be invited. But even if I do, I think considering my level in arm wrestling, even though I may be able to sell more pay-per-views than half of the arm wrestlers competing there, I think I can do that. But still, I think that will be slightly disrespectful towards the other arm wrestlers if I'm on the same stage. But I'll be willing to take some undercard, maybe a free match before the event. That will be cool. So a bottom 8 style match, that's basically what I'm trying to say. Do you think Devon has influenced the rules? Those rule changes that he mentioned, 100% they did come from him. Does arm wrestler ask for money? I used to offer money to arm wrestlers in the beginning. Not beginning, but maybe 2-3 years ago. I was like, not money, I was like, just whatever the stream makes, I will share all of that with you. That's what I used to say. Because I just wanted to value their time. And it was an offer when they had already agreed for the podcast. So it's not like I was telling that I'm going to give you money to invite them to the podcast. After they had already agreed, then I messaged some guys that I'll be, and everyone obviously started denying, but I still did forcefully take a couple of guys' PayPal ID. I did send them the money, whatever the podcast made. But then it started looking weird because I was not doing live, so there were not many super chats and stuff, and the interviews were making very little money. And when you send, let's say, $10, $12, $15 to someone, it looks a pretty weird, cringy thing to do. So that's why I stopped doing it. $100 in my mind should be the minimum if you want to share it with an arm wrestler for an interview. So if I believe I can make $100 from an interview, I might start doing that again. On live stream, it is possible. If you like clown moves, you are a clear clown and you don't like arm wrestling. I like arm wrestling. I like King's move too. So you're wrong on this. Let's go back to the chat. Please miss Shag Mivili. 25 currency of your NOK. You think Larry was good for arm wrestling? Was he pushed out? No. He pushed himself out. He was not good. I mean, not as good as he was in powerlifting, for example. And once you are at the top of any game and you try a new game, but in that game you're not that good, it's difficult to stay in that game. That's what I thought even just when Larry started arm wrestling. So I think that was the reason why he quit. And yes, of course, Larry generated more views than almost everyone except Schoolboy. So if anyone thinks that Larry didn't do shit for arm wrestling, they are wrong. Larry did more than Brian Shaw. Whatever Brian Shaw has done for arm wrestling in this last 1 year, Larry, in my mind, did 10 times more than that. They won't increase the table. You know, all of these YouTube influencers, these celebrities, I think Larry is the biggest reason why they all started arm wrestling everywhere. It is because of Larry Wheels and not many other people. Camille and Reno claim they are natural. So you have to understand the guys who are competing at WAF, when they say they are natural, they mean that they haven't been tested positive yet. That's my guess. I haven't heard this from anyone, But I think when the WAF arm wrestlers are saying they're natural, they just mean they haven't been caught. And until they have been caught, you cannot claim, they have the right to claim that they are natural. I would be doing the same thing. Like, you get me juiced up, prepared for a competition, and give me a good protocol on what are the drugs that I need to stop 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, or 2 months before the event, so that I test negative and I show up negative. I'm also going to come up on the stream the next day and say that I'm a natural arm wrestler. So I think that's what guys like Kamil and Reno are saying when they're saying that they're natural. That's what they mean, that they haven't been tested positive ever. None of the top 10 are natural. Pradeep, who wins left arm? Alijan versus Tobias. I think Alijan wins because I saw Morozov was able to force Tobias in a hook. I think Alijan should also be able to do the same. And he doesn't need to do that. He can keep his wrist flat, and just like Sasha Andreev style, if the wrist stays flat, Alijan hits sideways, knocks Tobias out of his shoulder lane, hits sideways again, and then moves forward and curls his wrist in, starts looking in his eyes, and then smashes him down to the pad. That's what these arm wrestlers do. They cannot set the hook, because in the center, nobody's wrist is like, if the match has stopped, you cannot just curl your wrist in. It's impossible. So what they do is just they hit sideways. And the hookers, most of the times, do have stronger side pressure than the top rollers. So they knock them off center, then they move forward, slightly get their wrist bent, they start talking shit, and in a single surge, they pin their opponents. That's how I think that match is going to go. When did Devon start talking about rule changes for Shaw Classic? Was that before? Yeah, it was before that. It was before that. Or maybe even after that. I don't remember exactly. Somewhere around that. Maybe a week before that or a week after that. The difference wasn't huge in terms of time. Idiotic idea. It deserves a video. I did talk about it. No, yes, I've already talked about it. I did talk about it in one of the videos. They want to increase the table size to help the clown mover. Come on, that is clear. Yes, it is clear. Levan wouldn't have pinned Devon in one famous round, so it would be possible it could have ended different. I think next round, no matter what happened in that round, Levan flash pins Devon next round, surely, 100%. I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the match. Larry's excuse for leaving arm wrestling was that the feared injury, which is odd because he always took risks during his long stint doing PRs. I agree. And that comment was weird for me as well. I made a video about that too. Yeah, he did break someone's arm. That comment makes sense as well. Maybe that's why he got scared. They want to increase the table size, okay, but actually directly breaking someone's arm versus someone tearing a pec lifting weights are different. Interesting point of view. Pradeep, is a shame you like clowns movers that mean you don't like arm wrestling. Okay. Do you think Larry would still be following arm wrestling, buying pay-per-views, or has he just broke up? I don't think he's buying pay-per-views. I don't think he was buying pay-per-views when he was arm wrestling, to be honest. How many of the viewers watching this stream think that Larry was buying pay-per-views when he was actively arm wrestling? I don't think so. Not the East versus West ones. Maybe king of the table. Invite someone, bro. I'm pissed off you talking shit. I'm going to end this live stream in 6 minutes anyways. So you won't have to listen to me talking shit anymore after that. Still single and mingle with the bottle. Yeah, we were discussing initially, again I said initially, in this live stream we were discussing the workout routine. So what did I do today? A little bit of triceps because I was not doing triceps at all. I think triceps are just for show. Don't think we really use them anywhere. I haven't seen, I wanted to lift that thing but my triceps failed me. Come on, man. So triceps are kind of useless since we have established that. I did do a few sets of tricep push downs with 6 or 5 plates of 5 kilos, whatever it was. Then after that, before that, I did 5 sets of 15 reps with 55 kilos bench press. Then this pec deck fly. We call it butterfly here in India. So I did, I think 6-7 plates for again 5 sets of 15. Basically some endurance workout. I was doing pull-ups, but then I postponed it. I was like, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. The arm was hurting a little bit. Maybe shoulder was also hurting a little bit because I did try to max out on the single arm deadlift. I wanted to see how much I can do. Started with 65, got it started, then moved on to 75, got it easy, not a problem. Then moved on to 85 kilos and I failed the lift. So I think I can do maybe 80 kilos single arm deadlift. I'm not sure if any one of you have tried it, but what's a good number on single arm deadlift? Is it 100 kilos? I think I was wearing gloves, not straps, but regular gym gloves. I may be able to do 80. If not 80, then maybe like 78, 79. I did get even 85. I did get it almost all the way up, but I couldn't lock it out. So if it is just about lifting the weight above the ground for a second, maybe I can do like 90, 95, but I cannot lock it out like deadlift. Maybe 80 I can do. What's your max bench at? It was never over 85 kilos. That was my max. But now after I was feeling good today, like 55 kilo was moving fast. I can maybe do like almost 25, 30 reps with 55 kilos. So today I realized that maybe I'm ready to break my old 85 kg PR. There was a podcast about rules 3 months ago on the Brian Shaw channel. Yeah, I still have notes prepared about that podcast. Neil Pickup, Brian Shaw, and Robert Baxter. Those 4 were there, but I didn't really talk about that. I can lift about 40 dead arms. You did pronation exercise with full range of motion, the classic pronation for how much kg? I have not done that. Abbas destroys Zaur easily. God forbid if Devon does, then all the Engin princesses simultaneously start their period. What's the diameter? Regular gym bar. It was a 25 kg bar, but it's basically the same as the Olympic 20 kg standard barbell. Fat grips? No. I don't really think fat grip is going to change it that much. Maybe like instead of 80, I'll be able to do 73, 72, over 70 for sure. I don't think it's going to change that much. In fact, I like fat grip sometimes. I've seen that there were some bars where if I add fat grips to them, I can actually lift more weight or I can do pull-ups more easily. Not the regular, I don't think the 3-inch fat grip is a regular one, but the smaller fat grip. The 2-inch one, I guess. That was the podcast about rules, class move. Even Pradeep has mentioned rule changes doesn't mean they happen. Yes, I agree. And they did change. Pro Puncher League did change one rule because of my suggestion. And I really appreciate it. And the arm wrestlers are appreciating it. The fans will be appreciating it when the league happens. You have to eat more protein if you... I'm eating food only once a day. So, yeah. I just try to somehow get the protein to at least 1 gram per kg. If I'm 82 is my target as of now. If some days I can cross 100 grams of protein, I'm a happy guy. Yeah. He didn't deny it. He said he's always trying to change the rules. Yes. Do you like WL style with crowd all around the table, 360 degree? Yes, that was cool. I liked it. Devon talk about change the rule public a lot of times. Yes, he did. Abbas being natural. Did Zaur have big D energy? I'm not sure. You know about that. You lie. Devon never promised to Brian he would not compete anywhere else. You lie. Devon said this. How is that me lying when I'm just repeating what Devon said? Come on, man. Devon said this, that he promised Brian Shaw to compete at. So I forgot the exact word which he used, but he said that it was under the condition of me not competing anywhere else. Watch Devon's videos, man. Come on. Do you eat meat? Only chicken. Only chicken. I liked fish, but I don't find fish anywhere where I'm living. People don't have water here, so forget about fish. I'm living alone here since last few months, 2-3 months, but no, I'm not single. The Shaw Classic is a co-promotion between the Shaw and East versus West. Yes, that's too low for protein. Yeah, it is. But I think when you increase the amount of protein that you're taking, it's like law of diminishing returns. You're not in the deficiency of protein anymore. I think if you cross 1 gram per kg of body weight, I don't think you're in the deficiency mode anymore. So 70% of the benefits that you're going to get from eating protein, you're already going to get if you just match 1 gram per kg of body weight. And then if you can take up to like 1 gram per pound or per 2 grams per kg, then you'll get all of the benefits that you can, but it will be like maybe a 30% increase, not as much. That's what my bro science tells me. The only reason I don't send super chats is because I'm broke. When I'm rich, I'll spoil you. Okay, thank you, sir. Not a problem. Get rich then. What are you doing? Don't watch any of my live streams until you get rich, Elvis. Nah, I'm just... That makes Brian the enemy of arm wrestling. But Brian made the event to save arm wrestling. Don't be stupid. Thanks for the live stream. Yes, sir. I should end it now. Just because I started this beer doesn't mean I have to finish it. Maybe this is not English understanding English language context. There's a difference. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining this live stream. Again, Zaur Paizulaev has defeated everyone at the recent Arctic Championship or whatever it was in Russia. I think his next match should be against Artem Morozov, right arm. That can be a good match. Since Zaur is looking good on the left arm too, he can be given a left arm match as well, but it should be a little bit easier. Against who? I think Tobias Sporong can be a little too strong. Who is below Tobias Sporong? Somewhere, maybe someone outside of top 10 on the left arm and someone within the top 10 on the right arm. That's what Zaur can do as of now. And for me, the update on me, I've bought a pulley, but I won't be able to, it is not delivered to me yet, but it will be delivered to me. I don't know when. I'm going on leave. I'm moving to a different state. Then I'll be commentating Pro Punja League. So I'll be back here after maybe a lot of days, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I don't know. So after that, I'll probably start training and then we can see what I can do. Maybe cut to 75 kilos, start competing. Whoever has practiced with me, they tell me that I should be able to. There was a guy, yeah, I was about to end it, but I'd like to mention something here. When I practiced with the first competition, I beat 3 guys and I lost to 2. So I was like number 5 or 4 out of 12, 13, whatever it was in that tournament, left arm tournament, 78 kilo, 2019. So out of one of the guys that I beat, somebody told me that guy is like one of the best in his state in the 90 kg division now. So what was it then? I still remember out of the 3 guys that I beat, one was a very good match where it was like a 30-second battle. I tried to top roll, but then I got turned in a hook. Then I finished the match with the press. And the other 2 guys, I flash pinned. I couldn't even feel them. So it has to be out of those 2 guys because the third guy, I know it's not him. So one of those 2 guys ended up being one of the best guys in his state, in a heavier weight category. What does that mean? Can I also do something? If those guys are doing well, should I start training? 75 kilo, Pradeep, left arm, incoming. Let's see what happens. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining. Bye. I have to get up early tomorrow, 7 a.m. It's 1 a.m. already.